to dig at McCain's age with a remark he made right here yesterday in the Situation Room. Brian Todd is following this back and forth for us. Brian, what's going on?
Well, Wolf, this is all about a remark from Obama in your interview with him where he referred to McCain, quote, losing his bearings. Now, analysts say this is an example of how the campaigns are going to be walking on eggshells whenever there are hints about things like race, age, or health. His age has surfaced again as a campaign issue. The question is, who's raising it? Asked by Wolf Blitzer about John McCain's comment that the militant group Hamas favors Barack Obama as a candidate, the Democrat replies,
example of him losing his bearings as he pursues this nomination.
We apologize, we have some technical problems with our piece there. What Obama said in that interview with Wolf yesterday was, quote, for him to toss out comments like that is an example of him losing his bearings. Let's go to the Obama sound on that from Wolf's interview yesterday.
For him to toss out comments like that, I think is an example of him losing his bearings as he pursues this nomination.
Now, that prompted a very angry statement by the McCain campaign, which said that he, quote, used that phrase, quote, intentionally a not particularly clever way of raising John McCain's age as a campaign issue. Now, the Obama campaign flatly denies that. They say that they were referring more to the fact that they believe that McCain is going back on his promises not to go negative. Now, John McCain himself is kind of letting his surrogates do the talking on the age issue. He was asked about that earlier today at a campaign stop. Here's what he said.
I just want to report that this morning I personally checked John McCain's bearings. He has not lost any of them. They're all really in great shape.
Of course, that was Senator Joe Lieberman with Senator McCain talking about the age issue. Now, what McCain said was, quote, if that's what the American people want to discuss, that's fine. I will continue to introduce them to my 96-year-old mother and display the same vigor and the same energy as I've always displayed in this campaign. Now, Wolf, analysts say this is going to come up in the campaign. Age is going to be out there. It's something that voters are thinking about. The campaigns are kind of figuring out how to deal with this. The McCain campaign, interestingly, when I asked them if they had kind of a strategy to deal with the age issue, they didn't answer it directly, but they said, look, we're going to point to his 14-hour-a-day campaign schedule. His wife, Cindy McCain, has gotten into the act saying that he's planning on hiking the Grand Canyon this summer with his sons. They kind of are getting used to the idea that that's going to be out there, and they're now figuring out ways, on how to deal with it.
And some are not just questioning the age issue, but also his health. He had said several weeks ago he was going to release all of his medical records by April 15th. It's now well into May already. Right. Still haven't received those medical records. What's going on?
Well, I asked them about that today, and they said, look, he's got a clean bill of health. They released his records in 2000. They are sticking to that promise, but they say look for those records to be out maybe later this month. One campaign aide pointed to the date of May 20th, around that date. So he said, look, you guys are going to all have a chance to look through these with a fine-tooth comb, and you'll see for yourself he's in great health, and he's very vigorous.
All right, thanks very much, Brian Todd, reporting for the latest political news.